This is something I've been working on for a lifetime. At this point in my life, I'm 69 years old. I've had years and years, oh my God, more years than you can even imagine, of experience in business. All the way from starting as a call center agent way back in the 70s to being a CEO and president as I am today. So being the guy that I am, I started writing a book because I figured, okay, well, maybe someday someone will see this somewhere, pick it up, it'll plant a seed for them, and they'll get some of the lessons that I've worked hard to learn. So with that, the book is called Lessons I've Learned in No Particular Order. I did grab onto a couple mentors, and all unbeknownst to them, those are the people that I learned with. So let me share with you some of the lessons I've learned in no particular order. Hey everybody, really nice to have you join me today. This is Friday, April 29th. 2022, and I get a chance to spend a few minutes with you and share some of what I've learned. But let me back up just a minute and tell you, why are we doing this at NobleBiz? So we're really proud of what we do at NobleBiz, and the reason we're proud of it is because we think we have kind of a unique approach to our business, and our business is focused on a certain methodology that really is an outcome of many of these lessons that I've learned. And I thought that what a great way to introduce you to us, while at the same time sharing with you why we do what we do, and that really comes from my life's experience. So listen, today we're going to talk about the idea of really, it goes deeply to how do you build a business and where do you start? Do you start with a great idea that I want to go sell a product or a service? Where exactly do you start? My suggestion is you never begin to build a business or start an initiative until you understand the first and most basic premise, which is, what is your core value? Now, oftentimes people write their core value, they message it to themselves internally and externally in really what is called a mission statement. But I am not talking about a mission statement. I am saying that a building block method of building a business is the most sensible way to do it. And you have to start with that. What is important to you? What meets your integrity? What do you believe in? Years ago, actually, I was 49 at the time, and I had a business running for 2 to 3 years at that point. And we were struggling, but growing very slowly. And I was interviewed by someone, and they started to ask me things about, what do I believe in? And I had a heck of a hard time answering that question because I'd spent my life just doing stuff and getting busy and just go. And all of a sudden I had to stop and talk about things and what do I believe in. Anyway, at the end of that interview, I was really uncomfortable. And on my way home on an airplane, as I was dwelling on this, I thought, what in the world do I believe in? And this was in every regard. This was personal, this was political, this was professional, and I just wrote it all down. And I just started to bullet point, what do I believe in? What do I believe in? And I was really surprised at how many things I actually had thought about and developed ideas about. But there was one thing that stood out in everything, and it was the basis of all of my beliefs stemmed from a single point of reference. And that was this, is that in my personal life or professional life, when I make a promise, I endeavor to keep my promise. I believe that promise keeping is really the center point for Steve Biederman. It's the center point for NobleBiz. And that means that, what does that mean? So if I keep a promise, it means that I'm never going to stray. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hedge. I'm not going to modify. It just simply means I'm going to keep a promise. And as you know, if you know NobleBiz, we're out there all the time saying a promise is a promise and we keep it. So I realized that that was really the basis. And I also identified that is my core singular value. So now I am relating back to that business that was only growing slowly and gradually, and it was very hard. At the point that I realized what that single point of reference was, the core value, I began to focus our business on that single point of reference. And we really said, how do we do this no matter what we're doing? How do we keep a promise internally and externally? And we began to talk about it, and listen, there was a lot of controversy over what is a promise. What does it mean to keep a promise? Is that perfection? What is that? Anyway, we came to our understanding as a company of what that is. But that piece, that core value, has to come from a single source. It's not negotiable. And so it really has to come from the leader of the company. It has to come from that seat. So things begin with the leadership in that company and that single core value. Okay, then as I referenced a minute ago, you begin to look at that value and you say, how does that relate to everything I'm doing in my business? That single point, not 2 points, not 5 points, not a mission statement, not all the things I believe in, but the single point. And you begin to examine it around. So here's the thing. I had a vision for my business way back when. We have a vision for our business today at NobleBiz. And we want to be the most caring, considerate, safe haven for all the clients that use us in our mission critical industry. I want to do that no matter where my business is. Every day. It's easy to say, easy to understand, easy to market internally, easy to teach. It's not necessarily easy to implement because there's a lot of opposing things that happen. So when I look back on that business years ago, I realized that when we took off and in that industry, in contact center technology, we became a world leader. It really emanated from that single point of reference that everybody in the company understood. And then what we did is this, and what we do today is this. We match the core value, which is the beginning, the foundation, with what is the vision we have for our company. So, we want to be the most caring, capable business in the industry. Yeah. We want to grow carefully but aggressively. Yeah. We believe that if people use us, that's the best place for them to spend their money and make their decisions and embrace us as we will them. And we want to do it internationally. We want to do it throughout the world. We want to do it everywhere. All right. So that's our vision. Okay. Our vision isn't my exit strategy. Our vision isn't anything else. It's, again, a single point that is easy to understand and can be said as quickly as I just said what ours is at NobleBiz or my past company. And so what we do is this. We take the core value, we look at our vision, and we match them. And we say, okay, if I want to be an aggressive growth company, but I want to do it sensibly and carefully to the degree that I can meet my promises, that's my core value. How do I do it? How do I do it in sales? How do I do it in marketing? How do I do it in support and implementation and product development? How do I do it everywhere? And you build, in our case, a company off that single point of integrity. So you start on the right here with your core value. On top of it, you lay your vision on it and you say, how can I implement my vision based on my core value? And then from there, your company, those are the people that make the decisions to make sure that we are meeting our vision through our core value. So it's pretty simple. This is not going to have to be a 30-minute discussion today, but I have to tell you a couple things. It's incumbent upon the leader of the company to be clear on that definition and never to stray from what your value point is. And at that point, don't stray from what your vision is. You may change your strategies, you may change your tactics, but keep solid with your core value and your vision. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope it means something to you because, as I said, I wasn't able to really find success in my own business environment until I understood what I believed in. I determined that what I believed in was the same thing personally as professionally. There was no contradiction. And then I endeavored to do it. Remember this, in our case, where we say a promise is a promise and we intend to keep it, it does not mean I am perfect and I will always know exactly how. It doesn't say that. It just says my endeavor, time in and time out at NobleBiz and in my personal life is to care deeply enough to when I say something, it has value and it has integrity. And I'm going to do everything relentlessly as I can to make sure it happens. So listen, if you have any questions, pop them in here. Other than that, make sure that you can reach out to me at steve.biederman@noblebiz.com. Come see who we are. I think you'll see that we are who our core value is, and we are meeting our vision through our strategies and then our tactics because of that. So with that, listen, take care, have a great weekend, and next week we're in a new month. Can you imagine a third of the year of 2022 over? All right, thank you very much, and you take care.